see that every day. That's our girl. She'll be going next to Henderson's lineup, where they do suspension, steering, alignment, and brakes, but primarily on RVs because that is all that is here. Alright, we are at Henderson's lineup to check on our baby, and she is up in the air. Look at that. Look at that. Don't you walk under there. Aw. Look at her. She's so pretty, even there. We can get a good shot at see what's underneath. No. I'm not walking underneath. I said, because one day you're going to be like, hey, babe, let me get that footage of what was underneath the RV. Right, exactly.
I told you about that. I took a picture of it.
There's the rear sway bar in the back.
This thing? That's a sway bar? Oh, wow. I mean, I guess I knew the basement was closed, but maybe I didn't expect it to look like that. Are these lights? What are these?
These don't get underneath the RV.
Wait, or not?
I think the fall anytime.
I don't want it to be our fault.
So the interesting thing is that this mechanism that is lifting the RV up in the air is portable. Because when we came in last night, they had an RV in the air, and then when we came back, this was not out here. So these are movable.
Oh, no, we were just kind of...
It's crazy. So, babe, why did we go to Oregon?
So we went to Oregon because we needed to, well, we didn't need to. We wanted to, I heard about a company called Safety Steer, Safety Plus Stabilizer. And basically what that is it's is a device that keeps you, if you ever to have a front end blowout, it's said to keep that initial jerk that comes from the wheel that would pull you off into a ditch because you have a front wheel blown out. It keeps you from doing that. But you can also get like the Safety Steer like Plus, and what that allows, it has like a vacuum hooked to it from your vacuum system or air pressure system. I apologize, I'm so used to cars, but it's different on diesel. You have a vacuum. The air pressure causes you to be able to adjust the wheels. Say you're driving in winds and you have steady winds that are blowing crosswinds and they're doing 30, 40 miles an hour. Well, the fact of the matter is that I have a switch next to the steering wheel that I press it and hold it for like 2 seconds, and as I'm steering straight down the road and compensating for the wind, now the wheel adjusts for that pull on the wind. So again, if I switch directions and change directions and now the wind's blowing from the opposite side or what have you have not, I do the same thing going the other way.
It was super helpful for me. I don't drive the motorhome at all frequently, but the one time I did drive it and it was a little bit of wind, he had to flip the switch for me because I'm already too busy trying to concentrate on this wheel, the road, this big old house I'm driving.
She makes it sound harder than it is, but yeah.
Anyway, so I'm driving and the wind's pushing me this way. He tells me to steer into it, and then he'll click the little thing he just talked about, and now all of a sudden I no longer have to hold it there. The wheel or the wheels or whatever are now just kind of like it's like fixed in that rotation, so all I have to do is get back to regular driving. So it was pretty fantastic.
So it works for the wind. It also works for, you have roads that sometimes the roads tend to have a high point and they run off on either side, so it kind of means the size of the RV always wants to kind of track down that way because you kind of go downhill. It'll compensate for that too, so you can set it so that it'll actually compensate for that, so it kind of pulls you one way or another just a little bit if you want, or you can make it then to get it going back true is once you get to where there is no wind or you got a nice straight highway, you press it again for 2 seconds, it straightens back out, and now your slicker and snot run down the road.
So now why all the way Oregon? Is this the only place that does this service?
No, when we went to Oregon, we wanted to make a trip out of it anyway, going out to the California coast, Oregon coast, go see the Redwood Forest. We were going to go down through Taos and just kind of make a trip of it. We had to go out that way anyway. We got friends, family out that direction too, so it's like, why not? We could have did it to a place about an hour and a half away from us, and they do great work. I don't want to. It's Garber Diesel. They're amazing. They do great work. They don't fix things that don't need to be and all that stuff. They're great guys. Just something, they're solid. But we were going out to the place that I originally found it on and from. While we were there, though, we also got some more upgrades. We got heavy duty sway bars put on the front and back. That helped out a whole lot. That keeps the RV just like that. That with the wind, that wind we were talking about, a lot of times it'll make the RV kind of tilt up. And we saw some coming back from Wisconsin this last past trip, where you saw RVs and you could just see them going down the road like that. I mean,
almost on two wheels.
Yeah, and you could see those people were terrified. And this doesn't do that. This, in the wind, all it does is slide you over. So instead of doing this and you're getting that roll, and then again it has to come back to that roll, it just keeps us steady. Now, it's the sway bars. We have some other things that go in the airlines. I don't remember what they're called right off the top of my head, but they also slow down the air going through the hose, and by slowing that air down, it also helps the RV settle. So as you're coming out of a driveway that's unlevel or something, and you get that kind of rock motion, well, it'll do that, but it only does it twice and it's done, as opposed to 4, 5, 6 times, and just keeps until it finally settles. So those things made the RV feel so much better driving, feel much more comfortable, gave her a ton of confidence driving. I can drive this thing with one hand now, I guess, except in very, very heavy winds. It's very, very comfortable to drive. And again, it's because of these upgrades. They were not inexpensive. If you're not going to keep an RV for longer than 2 or 3 years, or if you, I wouldn't necessarily do it.
Or if you only go out a couple times a year.
Yeah, I wouldn't do it. But if you plan on being out and going full time, or you really want to, do long trips where you're going out for months at a time, the amount of stress that it eliminates, how much further you can drive.
White knuckles. It reduces white knuckles.
Yeah, you're much more relaxed. You're much more comfortable getting there. You can drive longer. Not that I recommend driving for a long period of time if you can avoid it. But there are days that sometimes you just got to push further. And knowing that there's things that you just don't have to worry about, or things that make this thing drive. And I hate to say it drives more like a car, but it kind of does.
You whip it like a mid-size.
Yeah, but so that's kind of true. But it does instill confidence. I was already kind of driving like that anyway. But the fact of the matter is now it really settles all that down and gives her the confidence to drive places where she wouldn't normally feel comfortable.
And gives me confidence to be the passenger. So then
she'd be knocked out no matter what. I got so many videos of her sleeping with her mouth open. Oh.
We're not even going there. So anyway,
she don't want those out there.
That's the reason why we went to Oregon. As he said, we were taking a trip to the West Coast anyway for our 30-day trip, and that's why we went back to Oregon. So enjoy the rest of this video.
Yeah. Deuce.
All right, we are in Grants Pass, Oregon. The RV will be ready today, and we decided to enjoy the town. It is actually a really beautiful town. It is surrounded by mountains, and there is a river that runs through it called Rogue River. And we are about to take a boat ride called Hellgate. It is a jet boat. We're really excited about it. It sounds like it's a lot of fun. Everyone's been raving about it. And it is a 2-hour cruise that we're taking. Cruise, I use that word super loosely. But a beautiful river, beautiful town, and we're super surprised because when we were planning this trip, we didn't think we'd be doing anything in Grants Pass except for sitting in the hotel waiting for the RV to be ready. And we've had some hikes, we've had some touring, we went to historical areas, and it's a really beautiful town. So we are getting set up in this little waiting area to get on the Hellgate jet boat. All right, so we'll take you with us. Stay tuned. Not sure why the family is trying to gang up on me today. That's not how the camera works. All right, we are on. Oh, you can't even hear me, so.
I told you we're gonna have to dub it over. I say it a million times. I'm gonna have to say that again. So, it'd be funny if we just recreated what we thought we said, and then
just do like the NFL version of
like that
of the dub.
Boys and girls, how we doing today? Hey! Perfect. Welcome to Hellgate's Jet Boat Excursions. My name is Brent. I'm going to try to be your pilot. First time down here, but really nervous.
Yes.
But I did watch our training video of Top Gun Mavericks last night.
He asked, were we gonna leave immediately, or did I want him to plug it in? I asked him to plug it in, please.
Plug it in?
Yeah,
No.
because I don't know if we're leaving immediately.
We're not driving off immediately, no.
Well, so he could just plug it in.
Okay, cool. You do that. $17,000 worth of work up there, I think.
You're kidding. It's beautiful.
It is. It's real nice.
It's
It's
huge.
a, what you call it?
It's a what?
It's a toy hauler. It's got a toy hauler in the back.
And what about that side? That looks
It's also
like a
got
big
PACs
door.
on there. What?
That looks like a big door on the side.
It's a slide.
Oh, okay.
A slide's probably got, it might have to use it. But it's
I
It's
thought
for
you
him.
meant we had 17,000. I'm like, what?
Yeah, no.
Why is the suspension like that?
What do you mean?
Why can I see the?
Was it sitting so high? Is that what
Yeah.
you're asking?
It looks like it's riding higher than me.
Yeah. Is that
Just
a
looks
good
like
thing
it,
or a
but
bad
then-
thing? Well, Zoe's saying that you could see more underneath the RV.
Yeah.
Right, it's riding higher. It's lifted up higher.
Yeah. Is that the way it's supposed to be? You want to go talk to them?
He's going to come in.
All right. Yeah, it's looking like it's a little high. And then here's the thing: once they close, if they're plugged in, then we can bring the dogs and
That's
just
true. Well, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
then we can go eat and come back. Alright, that is them getting ready to leave without me. I had to go to work, so I'm flying out for 3 days, and I'll be back, and I'll be back on the road with my family. I love you guys.